Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenna and today I'm going to be showing you guys how we meal plan for the whole month. Okay, so this is a list of the stuff that I will usually grab to start. I have a homemaking binder, a notepad for my grocery list and the list of meals that we're going to make for the month. I will usually have my old calendar from the previous month, which will have the list of meals that we didn't get to, because I will mark them either with like an asterisk or I'll circle them so that I know I still have that stuff in the freezer. And then this is the grocery list that I keep on the side of my refrigerator. It's just like a running list of something if we run out of just things that we use all the time. So first I start out in my homemaking binder. I have a freezer inventory, as well as a pantry inventory. And then I wrote in pen the things that we typically have, and then I'll just write down how much of that stuff we have, so that I can just sit and do this all at the table. I'm not having to go like back and forth. So after I make a list of what we have in the freezer and the pantry, I will go back to my old list, and then I will write down the list of meals that we did not get to the previous month, if there were any. And then after I do that, I will make a list of meals that I can make, trying to use up what we already have. And then if I still need more meals, I will obviously just look up meals, or I have a list of meals that my family they like, so that if I don't want to have to think about things and get too creative, I can just look at this list and be like, what do I want to make from this? Okay, so after I have my list of like 30 or so meals, I'll just write it out here. I will then go to my new calendar, and I'll look at our calendar that I keep on a whiteboard and see if we have anything going on for the month, anything special. So if we have like a birthday or we're out of town or whatever, and I'll make a note of that on here. After I do that, I will then plug in the 30 meals that I had written down here into this list. So after I do that, I will then write down whatever it is I think I need at Costco. So like meat and just whatever bulk things that we need to buy at Costco, I will make a master list of that. And then as far as like produce and stuff like that, I weekly shop usually at Aldi, so I don't really worry about that stuff. It's mostly just like the bigger stuff. And then after I make my Costco list, I will make my Aldi list. And then when I make my Aldi list, all I have to do is go through these meals like for the week and just like see what kind of produce I need for those. So it's not like I'm buying a month's worth of produce like all at once. It's just for that week. And then something that I also do so that I know like what I need for amounts for breakfast and lunches and stuff like that too, I will usually make a general plan of what I plan to serve for breakfast and lunches for the whole month. We'll just kind of do the same type of thing. So like for instance, on Sunday, we usually do something quick and easy because we go to the earlier service for church. So when I grocery shop for the week, I just make sure I have one of these two items. And then like when I make my Costco list, well, actually right now our chickens are laying, so I'm not buying eggs, but before I would make sure that I would have enough eggs to get through, say 2 times a week in the morning, we would have enough eggs or whatever. And then for lunches, I kind of do the same thing. Leftovers on Sunday, just, everyone kind of just picks what we have in the fridge to kind of get it cleaned out for the week. Sandwiches can either be like a meat sandwich, peanut butter and jelly, egg sandwich, chicken salad sandwich, whatever. Freezer meal for lunch usually means I will buy something like this month I had bought fish sticks. So usually we'll be having something like that I can just heat up. It'll be easy. And anyway, so that's how I do that, so that I can be sure that when we are buying at Costco also, I know that I will need enough, porridge, oatmeal. It's soaked overnight. That's why it's called porridge. Yeah, so that's kind of how I do that. So once I have my Costco list and my Aldi list, I will go to this list and add whatever I need to add that's just kind of a staple thing to the meal plan stuff. And that's pretty much it. We usually will Costco shop sometime like within the first week of the month, and then we just go to Aldi once a week after that. And it seems like that's usually a pretty good way to not have wasted food at the end of the month. Or if we do have food that's left over, then we just kind of move it to the following month. And there was another thing in here that I use. And also another thing I do when we're grocery shopping for a month, I will do my budget accordingly. So say we plan to spend X amount of dollars. I know that we are going to spend the bulk of that at Costco and then just a little bit of that at Aldi the previous weeks. So I just kind of budget it like that. So I know that, like, say I have $600 to spend at Costco when we go once a month, and then $100 at Aldi or whatever it is after that, just so that you're not the budget is not getting out. And then once you start to do it more often, it becomes easier to not overspend for the month, because it used to be we would go to Costco once or twice a month, and I didn't really have like a set plan of all of my meals for the month, and it was really easy to just spend way too much money on groceries. But now that I have a plan and I know pretty much exactly what we're gonna need for meat and all of that, it's not just like, oh, this is on sale, let's buy this. It's like, this is what we need. If I wanna swap something out that's on sale, we can do that. But it just helps to really like stay on budget when you kind of know what you're gonna make for the whole month. Obviously, sometimes things get switched around, things happen, people get sick, people, invite you over and then you don't get to a meal. So I do try to leave a little bit of wiggle room for that. And sometimes I will buy a couple of extra things just to switch out meals if we decide to do that. But for the most part, that really pretty much everything that we buy gets used up, if not that month, then the following month. So hopefully that wasn't too overly complicated. It probably takes me about an hour and a half to do all that. That's partly because when I go through my freezer and in pantry, sometimes I pull everything out and then I kind of reorganize it. And doing that only once a month saves so much time. Like, even though you have to spend that little bit of time that first day kind of getting everything situated, the following weeks when I go to the grocery store, it probably takes me like 10 minutes to do my grocery list, because all I need for the most part is a couple little pantry things that I don't want to buy a ton of at Costco, and produce. And it just saves you also the mental space of having to think what you're going to feed all of those people at least 3 times a day, every single day. It's just already written out, and you just look at it the night before, make sure you have whatever thawed out for the day before, and it just is way easier, in my opinion. So if you give it a shot and you like it, let me know. Or if you have any suggestions on how you do your monthly meal planning, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.